Hello and welcome to a Murky quick match game. I'm General Waffles of the Breakfast Brigade. Let's begin. So this battle, the friendly team has Asmodon, Johanna, Lily, Jaina, and me as Murky, fairly balanced. Their team has Sergeant Hammer, Lily, Thrall, Illidan, and Falstad. Their team is really assassin focused. Murky is fairly good against assassins, really, so I was not too worried in this game. The most worrying thing was Sergeant Hammer. Still, I pick up Bubble Breeze at the beginning. I really like the ability, and Bribe is not so great on this map. And Block, it's pretty good, but I really like the movement speed. Now, I'm starting off in the bottom lane, and my main goal is just to kind of soak. I'm not really worried about pushing back Falstad. I'm just kind of worried about soaking right now. The friendly team is all clumped up at the top, trying to make something happen in the early game, but it doesn't look like anything's going to go down. And here we go. So, as Murky, even though I don't have the ability to fully die, in the early game at least, I mostly just want to focus on pushing and staying alive. It's going to be really hard to get my pufferfish off in this lane, though. They have Illidan, who has really fast attack speed, and Falstad, his attack speed is pretty good. He's also really hard to harass as Murky, so I'm being a little bit more conservative than I normally would. If it was just Illidan, I would be a lot more aggressive. Basically just trying to get off these pufferfish, get the lane pushing, staying alive. The gems, if I drop them, I will actually have enough time to come pick them back up. I'll just respawn in 5 seconds, and they won't disappear in that time. But I don't really expect to have anything happen unless people roam down bottom. I'm really looking for Jaina to roam down here, but like, not really expecting it to happen. As long as I can keep this lane pushing, Falstad's just gonna kind of be kept at bay. He's not going to be able to push me by himself. And now I'm just getting really aggressive on him. Should have waited a second for Jaina to get in a better position. We might have been able to pick up a kill. But still, he's pushed back. You know, Asmodon just killing Lily up top. It's really easy to underestimate that. How much damage comes out of that beam. But still, land the pufferfish. Go in, harass Falstad to make sure he has to choose between attacking me or the pufferfish. And just bubble out of his attacks. Yep. And now that I've gotten to the point where I can actually outpush him. Level 4. I mean, there's only really one thing to truly pick on Murky these days, and that's living the dream. You know, living the dream just going to give me more ability power the longer I stay alive. And it doesn't take too long to stack up. Let's go in here, make sure the pufferfish can go off. You know, early game Murky is pretty standard. You know, the only way you're gonna fully mess it up is if you're just dying and giving up XP. You know, come back, get the Moonwell. Most of the teams are focused in the middle of the lane right now, and I'm just gonna go up and see if I can do anything. Falstad in a bad spot. Just bring him down. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything else from this engagement, though. Yeah. A lot of this game for them is going to really hinge on getting that siege tank to work. And I'm not sure they really have the front line to do it. Yeah. I should also mention, this is a game before the latest patch where every support except for Tassadar got cleanse. So the Murky combo is way more unfair than it normally is. I still think it's one of the most broken abilities in the game. Because it's, you just can't do anything about it unless someone cleanses it off of you. Yeah. Here I died, no big deal. I can come back and get the gems. Yeah, didn't lose anything for it. Yep. Let's try and turn him in as much as possible. It just keeps people off of me. Yeah, here. Just try to be annoying to live in. Basically, I just want to be as annoying as possible. I don't need to be effective right now, I just need to be annoying. I need to take up people's time. And With this, we'll actually get the first turn-in of the game. There it goes. I'm gonna go with the team here. Like, I probably should have just stayed bottom, but the extra pushing is nice. But the XP is something I'm really gonna want to focus on. Let's head right back down there. Falstad's not moving to defend the middle, so I shouldn't move to attack the middle. I mean, Murky does not have a lot of damage, does not have a lot of health. One thing he does have, though, is insane healing over time. And his actual just base regen stat is really good. And his damage does add up over a long fight. Like, if he keeps hitting you and you keep ignoring him, it's really gonna add up. Alright. Yeah, team successfully defended. We brought down the first structures, about what you're expecting to get. You never expect to get too much. I'm just here to see if I can do anything. I picked up the bigger pufferfish. I think that it's the better ability. I don't think it's a crutch ability, because you can hit everything that you want to with the normal pufferfish, but in team fights it's really hard without using your ultimate to make it effective. And making more ground for the enemy to have to fight around is really good, especially with a siege tank on their team, very immobile. Just a lot harder to... If she doesn't react fast enough, then she's going to get hit by the pufferfish. Yeah. Basically, just in these team fights, I want to focus on area control more than anything else. Later on, once I get my ultimate, I can worry about trying to assassinate somebody squishy. Now, siege tank is going to be really difficult to deal with because her range is really insane. And I can't usually get close enough to her and she'll knock me back. But still, as long as I stay safe, I shouldn't be giving up any deaths. Yeah, just try to get her to move. Alright. And now, here, Octograb. They have so many assassins, I want to be able to take them down. This will give me the ability to lock them down and have my pufferfish explode for full damage. The ultimate itself doesn't do a lot of damage, but the ability to stun someone for 4 seconds is really huge, and I can have people like Jaina burst them down with help of my pufferfish. Yeah. Still, Murky, I don't lose any of those gems. Well, I lost a couple. But now I need to move my egg. And I always move my egg a little bit late. I'm actually a very conservative Murky player, where I will put my egg in more defensive positions instead of more aggressive positions, so I could probably improve in that area. And here, I still go in for the harass. If your egg is popped, it shouldn't keep you from just staying out of a fight. You should be able to go back in and try to do something, even though you have the possibility of dying, especially with the lowest health pool in the entire game. You still got your bubble. Now the enemy does have a lot of damage. A lot. And they're really sieging us down hard because the siege tank and their high damage, Illidan Thrall. Yeah. It's really hard to deal with them this early in the game. Jaina hasn't hit her stride, I haven't hit my stride. Basically all of us are relying on our late game to kind of push them out. And they're really bullying us right now. It's not looking great. Yeah, it's not looking terrible, but it could be a lot better. Here, Falstad, a little bit in the wrong neighborhood, and that ult, it's so strong. If you don't have someone on your team that can deal with that for you, it will normally just result in your death like that. It's so unfair. It's a point-and-click ability. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Then you got the problem where Murky, if he loses that, he kind of doesn't have much to fall back on. Here. Just using the slime to slow down Illidan, maybe do some damage. But I would rather die instead of our Johanna or Asmodon player. Unfortunately, we're both gonna die. Johanna just gets to walk out. With a little help from Lily and Sergeant Hammer. Almost got the job done. Almost took down the fish. But I will live to slime another day. Yeah. Something I want to be looking for right now is the Merc camps. Yeah, my team's up in the top. I gotta help them. And the enemy web weavers are coming down. So really it's going to behoove me to stick with the team and try to lock down one of these kills. Now that I have my ultimate up. Lily, there's no getting out of it for her. There it goes. Every time I have that ultimate up, I'm going to be looking for somebody to kill. I'm always going to be wanting to look for someone somewhere that's low health that I can take out. Their team is relatively squishy. A lot of them require some sort of sustain they have, and I'm just trying to put myself in a position where I'm always going to be able to lock them down and keep them from healing up. Yeah. Just going down to defend the objective. I'm gonna pick up. I was debating between Bubble Machine and Wrath of the Cod. I didn't think I needed the extra damage. And I think the extra survivability against their team would be really annoying. A lot of their damage is sustained, but I should be able to heal through it with the bubble. And that's really what I'm thinking here. You know, I want to dodge a lot of their crowd control, and I just want to be as annoying as possible. Get out as much slime as I can. Poor little Lily didn't have a chance. The only thing you can really do when Murky grabs your person if you don't have cleanse or something is really to kill the pufferfish. That's where the damage comes from. Until you hit level 20. Yeah. Right now I'm just kind of playing the role of tank, peeler type thing. It's kind of funny to say tank. I'm mostly just trying to make sure I take damage instead of my teammates because my deaths don't mean as much. And I can just heal up over time. I can dip out. I really just want to make sure that any, like, Illidan coming in is just going to be as hindered as possible. I'm not even focused on Siege Tank. She hasn't been in a lot of these altercations. So, that's kind of fortunate. But I'm really relying on Johanna and Jaina to deal with Siege Tank. And I just want to deal with, like, Illidan and Lily. If we can remove Lily out of the equation, then I feel like my team can just kind of roll into them. Yeah, my egg died down there. It's no big deal. I'll just get the other one back. Keep pushing. Here, I could have set it up in the really aggressive spot. I don't think anyone's going to be coming to boss anytime soon, so I'll just put it up there. Normally people look in like the little nooks and crannies, but they don't look so much out in the open. And here I am. Got my ult in 10 seconds. I'm really going to be looking to take someone out. I did take that healing on the bubble, so I am incredibly hard to kill right now. Like, I'm low, and there it goes. Right back up to nearly full. I want to make sure Lily isn't accidentally healing me. Oh, and Illidan jumps in just to get stunned. I mean... Yep, this ultimate really is what I'm banking on to do that for my team. Like, I'm not looking to push this game. Our team fighting is strong enough. Yeah, but Murky really does have that flexibility, and I like that. He can take the Merc camps, he can push, and he can work as an assassin. And right now that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be some sort of survivable assassin that tanks damage. Either way, it's looking pretty good for us. And the most important thing is to stay safe. Team's pinging to go boss. I'm pinging to go boss. And I want to move my egg. Now, this is a more aggressive egg placement than what I'm normally comfortable with. But since we're ahead, I feel like I can do it. If they came in here and ganked us, I would want to get right back in the action. I'd want to be the first one to go down. Just octo grab the first person and try to get him bursted. And if I die, I can come right back. No one comes until we get the boss. Falstad's falling back. Their team's kind of disjointed. And I really want this Falstad dead. So, octo grab. There's nothing he could do about it. The only thing he could have done is have his team there. And be in front of him. I can just punish them so hard for getting the slightest bit out of position. Like here, if I had octo grab, that Lily would be dead. Alright. Boss is gonna go in and push a little bit, so we have pretty much free reign on the map. Pick up mercs. Get some spider gems. Gonna take down this mercenary camp real quick. Just try to paint the map blue. Go down here and get some siege camp. Should have enough for a turn in, so I'm actually going up to do that while Jaina goes down to fight the siege minions. Hopefully we can ride this push to victory. I mean, we got the level advantage, we're about to hit level 20, and I'm going to get a shark, which will drastically increase my damage. And here, I just want these mercs right now. Mercs don't de-aggro when you bubble. Really good to know is Murky. Alright, and a shark too. 30,000% more damage. There are a lot of assassins in the game that I can just kill straight up with my octo grab pufferfish combo. Thank you. Siege tank didn't stand a chance. I'm back to full already, and we're just kind of steamrolling our way in here. We're making sure that their home is our home. Asmodon putting in his creeps, charging the armies, breaking down the gates. Just throwing out pufferfish just to do damage to the towers. I mean, here, I just want to make sure that we can push in. Ain't gotta do anything fancy right now. They got 2 down. Basically, just make sure I don't die. And if I do, it's just a small setback. Should be an easy push here for the victory. Pretty good Murky game. Yeah, their team was kind of disjointed, and we had a lot of teamwork on our team, but that pufferfish, yeah, that pufferfish octo grab combo is just so stupidly strong. Yep, and that's a victory. Good job, Murky. You did it, you little fish. Avenging your homeland. Killing Falstad. And Thrall. Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Came out pretty good damage. Anyway. Like always, have a great day. And till next time.